This prisoner only does one thing every day. That is to deliberately approach the prison guard and carefully observe the key to his waist. Then go back to the cell and draw a detailed outline. He can't have any deviation. Even a small detail he has to draw it dozens of times just to be able to maximize the appearance. After the guard checks the room, he will light a match again, then carefully observe the lock of the cell door. Then he took a piece of white paper and carefully pressed it on top. Then he kept rubbing it back and forth with his hands. In this way, he got the outline of the lock. But how do you know what it looks like inside? The method is also very simple. Roll up the paper and then slowly insert it. Then use a wooden stick to keep rubbing it back and forth. In this way, the internal outline of the lock is stamped on top. Finally, compare it with the key. Although there is a drawing, it is still far from enough to escape. He still has to make it real. The acquisition of the material has become a problem. But the man with an IQ of 180 soon came up with a solution. That is to make a key out of wood. It's hard to get metal in prison, but there are a lot of wood. His companions laughed at him because the key made of wood will break in an instant. But the man said that as long as it follows the path of the lock, it won't break. Seeing the two of them so serious, Mark had to agree. They happened to be going to the woodwork shop today. The man quickly made a preliminary model according to the shape of the key. Next, all you have to do is take it back and polish it. In order to avoid being found by Yu Jing, he hid the material in the water pot. Then he sent a signal to his companions to attract their attention. He quickly took the opportunity to block the bottle with a towel. Yu Jing seems to have found something. At the next second, everyone was lined up in a line for a checkup. Under the effect of the suction of the towel, the model he hid inside was not poured out. Then Yu Jing shook twice. Seeing that there was nothing inside, he returned it to him. In this way, the man successfully obtained the necessary material. Next, all you have to do is polish the outline of the key with the wrong knife. Then use the glue to assemble it. The wooden key is ready. Next is the experiment. He put the key into the lock with anticipation. When he heard the sound of a click inside, the man knew that he had succeeded. In the next second, he opened the door and breathed in the air of freedom. But it's still far from enough to escape. He has to make all the keys here.